Good morning, it's Philip Damiano from up in Bundaberg. One of the products I showed you yesterday's video, that stainless steel tripod. We're going to have a closer look at this. So as you can see, it comes in the bag. You can see how compact that is. And believe me guys, this is very lightweight. Not like those metal ones, conventional metal ones that you see that packs up huge, where you struggle to find a place for them. These particular, in my case, if you don't carry a caravan or camper trailer caravan, I mean, you could use this as a caravan as well. Don't get me wrong with that. How cool would this be to cook out in a fire pit outside your caravan instead of sitting inside getting all that stinky oil throughout your van? So it's the first time I'm going to use it. Now I put it together the other day and you saw that, well I showed you quickly in that video. So basically, as you can see, it comes in parts. So this is the main section. Very simple design, but very effective. Now if you have a look, see it's got like a spring clip there. So basically you just push that in. You got two lots of these sections for each legs. So you can have it at that height, or, and remember the other day I showed you, you got that point right there as well. So, and there's a good advantage with that, and I'll show you when I go to set it up outside. So let's fit in these other sections. Now, of course, a tripod's no good if you don't have something to hang it off. Hence we've got the chain. So you've got your hook. So what you want to do, slide that hook down in, and then you've got a pin up the top. So see that pin, you'll never lose that. It's part of the kit. So what you do is whatever height you want to set that chain at, let's say we want to go that height, so you just go through and that just sits on the top like so. And all you do then is just hang your billy or your camp oven, which is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to cook up a roast pork in the camp oven. Isn't this the life? So welcome to my backyard. So if you haven't seen this yet, go back to my YouTube channel, and I've done a review on this. At the time when I did the review, it was the first time I actually really seen one person. It was while I was out camping, and Stephen from FJ Camping and Touring had one. So I thought, what a great little product. I want to do a review on that, so I asked him about it. Now here's the tripod. So what I found when I was using on this table is I took out one of the leg sections. I found it was too high. Another thing too, as I mentioned before, I wanted to show you something, a real good feature about this tripod, how it's got those little pointy things on the end there. That if you're looking at the Firepit table, you see how it's like a grate? Very strong sort of grate in there, you know, like a mesh I should say. Actually the legs actually sit in there, which makes it very sturdy. Not that it's not sturdy when it's on the ground. I mean, the actual fact, you could sit that on the fire and that's no problem at all. And as you know, this is adjustable, the height, just by removing that pin, so dropping and putting it up and down. So what we're cooking today, so I've got a roast pork in a Uniflame 8-inch oven. So the Uniflame, the oven, is another product that you can actually purchase from Drifta. But this one comes from Japan. It's one of the items that they import from Japan. So they import a lot of quality gear from over there, as well as making their own products as well. Actually, the Uniflame camp oven is what's known as a spun steel oven. So it's a one piece. It's actually made of one piece. So you might think, you know, oh, it's not as good as a cast iron, but honestly, I reckon that thing is better than a cast iron, because that is solid. It's got a bit of weight in it, but I drop that, it won't break. I drop a cast iron, they will break. You have to be so careful. This one here, you can just throw it around. So I've got 1.5 kilos roast pork. Now with the 8-inch oven, that's about the maximum you can fit in there. Sometimes I regret I didn't actually purchase the bigger Uniflame oven, but at the time when I purchased this, this is all I could afford 3 years ago. I would have liked the bigger one, but I couldn't afford it. There was a big jump in price between this and the big one, so I went for this one. So what I've got here, as you can see, I've got the Drifta Stockton Firepit surround, and I've also got the Firepit as well, and I've got their charcoal starter, and I've got some Gidgee charcoal in there that I picked up at the local barbecuers galore as well. So I'm sitting under the shade of the Drifta Stockton Hexa medium tarp. So we're just going to pour this in here. So what we'll do now is hang this over the top. Last but not least, we'll hook this on here like so. You may think there's too much of a gap there, but Gidgee charcoal is very, very hot. The Drifta Stockton Hexa tarp, this is the medium. So the medium, actually, why am I still wearing the gloves? They're so comfy, those gloves. Actually, if you're wondering, these are Snow Peak gloves, again from Drifta. You know how I love the Drifta products. Now, a few people have asked me, is the medium high enough to cook under? Well, yes, it is, and it's high enough to actually even have a fire under it, but you wanted a small fire. If you want a bigger fire and you've got a bigger family, you'll be better off to get the large of the Hexa tarps, because this one's about 25% smaller, and you don't think that makes a difference, but when you see them side by side, close together, it's amazing just how much of a difference it actually is. Uniflame 8-inch spun steel camp oven. So after you use them for a while and you've treated them, and the more you use it, they build up this really nice non-stick coating, so it's very easy to clean. And that's what I love about this. So I always keep it oiled, the inside always oiled, because being metal, and you can see this is 3 years old and there's not one speck of rust on this thing. This thing looks like the day when I bought it, because I look after it, and it doesn't take much to look after them. So ideally, I've wanted about 155 Fahrenheit in the center, which is about 68. Okay, so we're looking at about 75 there, so it's a little bit more than what I wanted. And I'm going to cut the crackle off. I probably need to lower the... Now you can adjust the height with these as well, something I probably had not shown you thus far, is the fact that you can adjust the height that you can set these to, like so. So that's about as low as it'll go, and it'll come right up to about there. So it's got about 5 different adjustments. Quality of the meat's got a lot to do with the outcome. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I did have fun filming. It was pretty warm, but it's not as hot as it normally is. So I'm actually relatively dry for a stage. Normally by this stage it's just soaking wet. So we've got a few really nice days. They're just nice. A little bit cooler would have been still spot on. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe and put a like if you like the video. If you don't like the video, or there's a product you don't like and you give it a thumbs down, don't just give a thumbs down and leave. put a comment down and why. I'm really interested to know. So till next time, look after yourself, be kind to everyone, and cheers.